Dino, do you feel like that's one that got away?
Yeah, I think so. I thought we could have had a much greater margin in the first half. Things that hurt us there were the offensive rebounds and the turnovers, and a few of those we secured. Good defensive rebounds, and we lost it underneath our own basket and gave them some really easy ones. But yeah, I thought we defended the right way, but the finishing of plays defensively was what hurt us. I thought our offense was in a pretty decent rhythm that first half. The first 5 minutes after the half, I thought our offense was really passive, and I think we only scored 5 points through that little period, and it took us to probably the last 2 or 3 minutes of the quarter to really start being aggressive again. And so, yeah, that was disappointing. And then, there's a lot of things that happen down the stretch that we all look at and say, if we just did that or we just did that, and we could have won the basketball game. We had a layup at the end of regulation, free throw, million little things there that could have happened. So, but I didn't think we should have put ourselves in that position the way that we played in the first half.
You mentioned you shot the ball 56% from the first half, but did you think they did anything different defensively to cause you guys to go kind of passive as you sort of just said just then?
Yeah, I thought their aggressiveness on the on-ball was greater. There was a greater desperation, and it made the ball stick for us a little bit too much, and we ended up with a lot of 5-second, one-on-one attacks that ended up not being great possessions for us in that period. And so, I think once we changed our mentality, changed our spacing, and started putting our feet in the paint, and we drew some fouls, got to the foul line, and just changed through that period. So, I thought they were pretty good defensively for that first 5 minutes.
In terms of fouling, I think the second period, from memory, you guys had 8 or 9 fouls. I mean, did you find it that the guys found it difficult to defend without fouling in that period? Because you put the Kings on the line a lot.
Yeah, we were in the bonus with 6.5 minutes to go, I think, and we picked up some real cheap ones early in that quarter, and that kept the scoreboard ticking over for them. I thought as the game wore along, our foul discipline was better, but yeah, that was a contributing factor to them, to not us having a 12 or 15 point lead in the first half.
New Day Barber out. I mean, was there any issue there, or just management of that knee for him?
Yeah, it's been a constant for a little while now that they manage his knee, and we just felt it's a time right now if we want him at his best, later in the week or in the playoffs. This is the only chance that we've got to really get him to as close to 100% as possible. And if we continue to play him and just manage him, it's probably not going to adjust the way that we want it to adjust to get back to being close to full health. So, he was really disappointed, and he's such a good guy, and he's just apologising to me the whole shoot around, like, I can't play. I'm sorry, coach. I can't go. But that's what we've got to do right now in these last few games. We've got to make sure that we're really healthy. We've got to play the right type of basketball leading into the playoffs. And we've had great games. We've had the Hawks, we've had Brisbane, we've had these guys all fighting for playoff spots. And so the quality of games that we're playing right now is fantastic.
Thanks, Matt. That's it from me.
Chris, someone trying to jump in?
Yeah, Dean, you must have been delighted with the defensive effort of Shea on Casper for pretty much the whole night.
Yeah, Shea, Sammy Mack, I thought, both of them were absolutely committed to it. It's hard to keep him to the scout that we want for the full period, but for the most part, we kind of did what we wanted, and when we're making it really difficult for him to catch the basketball, that's where we want to get to, and then when we get a little bit directional about where we want to push him to on the floor, and he's such a good player, but they had other people step up tonight. I'm not sure if Sean Bruce has ever shot 25 shots, but that was he made some big ones, and they had a couple of big offensive rebounds to put backs as well. So some other guys stepped up.
Jock, what are your emotions right now, so close after the game, about what just happened?
I don't know. I think I'm a little, frustrated with missed opportunities that we had. This is obviously a team loss, and we all feel like we had opportunities to put it away. But a lot of things to learn from right now, and heading into finals, that's where our head needs to be. I think we've got 3 games left this season. We're 1 game up on Perth, and we need to secure that top spot. So, as Chris said in the locker room, it's time to move on. Maybe some of us felt sorry for ourselves for 2 seconds there in the locker room, but Dino and Chris picked us up and said we got to get on to the next one, and that's the job. So, just ready for that next game on Monday.
Might seem like a silly question, but in some ways, is this the perfect time to have a game like that heading into the finals, to play in that intensity, to go to 2 overtime, to have so much riding on each possession down the stretch?
Yeah, I think there have been times during this season where maybe we've felt a little bit good about ourselves, and this kind of pulls us back down to earth. And anytime we have a bad loss, we seem to come out fire in the next game, and hopefully we carry that into finals. So, we never want to lose a game, and I think that's where our heads are always at. But for us to lose a really, tough game like this, double overtime, going into finals, I think that it'll really steer us in the right direction. And as I said, we have lessons to take from this, and for us, it's just about getting back on that horse and continuing the journey.
A different beast now on Monday night with no crowd in attendance. Is that a good chance for you to motivate yourselves and to create your own energy, or how do you approach a game without fans in the building?
Yeah, we haven't even spoke about it yet. We'll get through a review tomorrow. And we'll recover. There's a lot of people logged a lot of minutes tonight, and make sure we're at full health. And then on game day at shoot around, I think we'll start to talk about what it's going to be like, and I think I'll talk to a couple of other people who have been through it, and what you need to generate. I remember, seeing the finals last year and watching, both of the benches with Perth and Sydney, and how, active they were in supporting their team, and the voice that you heard from them. And so, right now, that's my mindset about how much energy we can continue to create and how much we can reward, great things, and the messages that we can continue to give to each other about the next play.
Thanks, guys.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Jock, you were immense there in that second half and going into regulation. How much does it kind of sting to miss those couple of crunch free throws down the stretch there?
As I said, I'm trying not to dwindle on it too much, and those are shots that I've made before. I've been in those positions out in Europe, and I've won games. So, for me, stepping up to that line, there wasn't any added pressure. I wasn't overthinking the free throws. They just rattled out, and I know it might seem like going 1 for 3 is, maybe it was in my head, but it wasn't. I missed some easy shots that I should have put away, and if anything, there's a little bit of guilt there. Obviously I always want to do whatever I can to win the game for the team, and I didn't step up and make those shots. So, it is what it is. The game's over. Got to move on to the next, and if that opportunity comes up again, I'll make them.
Nice. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.